Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and in this exciting episode of the Affordaboard series of videos, I'm going to shoot out every single high-gain Angry Beehive in a metal drum pedal that I have, every single heavy metal style distortion that I've ever covered for the Affordaboard, and I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm not going to shoot them out against each other the way I have done in the past, in Affordaboard past. I am going to make them all go head-to-head, toe-to-toe against the icy, cold, unloving, unforgiving judgment of the Council of Elder Gods. Who's on the Council of Elder Gods? Of course, the MT-2, the Boss Metal Zone, the infamous, the memeable, the most memeable heavy metal pedal there is in existence. The REVV G4, my favorite of the high-gain rev pedals. I do have the G3. It is technically probably more metal voiced, but I just like the G4 more. So that's what I'm going to use. And then the HM-2, the Swedish chainsaw herself. I'm checking right now. I don't see any genitals on it. Did I just cancel myself? In Affordaboard tradition, I'm going to use an affordable guitar. This time, the Harley Benton Fusion 2 deeply burnt maple neck. It's not roasted, it's burnt. Stainless steel frets, humbuckers, sparkle finish, all just under 400 bucks last time I checked, before you ship it from Thomann anyways. They hit you with the shipping these days. But anyways, I mean, Squire prices, and you're getting a guitar that honestly feels really damn close to an Ibanez AZ. It just really does. I played this thing for the first time at Thomann right after playing an AZ, and I was like, damn, that's what they are trying to do, and they've done it. The neck feels really fantastic, and it's honestly probably my favorite Harley Benton. Just in playability and what you get out of it. It's fantastic. Oh, one more thing. We've got to set the mood. It's too bright and light in here. Kill one of the lights, get some dramatic side lighting. Now we're ready for metal! Well, we're not all the way ready. I still got to plug stuff in. What will be first? Let's start off with the Moval Heavy Thunder. Just want to let you guys know, this is a disclaimer. I am not a metal guitarist. I fake it, at best. At worst, I completely fudge it. But hopefully I can provide the metal tones that will answer your metal questions for this metal viewing. All right, we'll start off with the clean tone because that's very important. You got to have the right clean tone for metal. It's a very metal clean tone right there. Could you tell? All right, the Heavy Thunder by Moval. All right, how does that compare to the HM-2? Which, by the way, I am running on 12 volt because this is a vintage ACA-powered HM-2 from the early 80s. I think like 84, 83, something like that. I can't remember. I looked at the serial a few weeks back. And no, I don't have it turned up all the way on every knob because that is not my style. That's not what I like to do, and I don't think that's the way it sounds best with my rig. If you're running into a hot, giant mega stack of amps, then it's probably going to do something for you. But I'm running into clean Princetons over here. Give me a break. Switch it to classic. I think the HM-2 kind of creamed it. It sounds just way better. This is doing that, that bees in a tin can thing. But this just sounds subjectively, objectively better, in my opinion. All right. The G4, like the EQ is just so much more forward, so much more present. There's a lot more like low presence going on. And yeah, it's got a 3-band EQ, so you can really dial it in. This has a 1-band EQ and it's mids only. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. All right, the metal zone. It just sounds so tiny and small when it's faced off against the Council of Elder Gods. Go for the Kuvave now. Now that we've had our first taste, I've got my doubts. We'll see if any of them can hold up to the Council. Bad. I feel like it's got more like a full mid presence to it than the last one. Yeah, EQ wise, it doesn't feel like it's completely out of its league against the HM-2. They're different sounding, but it doesn't feel like a huge quality jump. Let's see how it does against the G4. I actually like it a lot. It really makes the G4 sound more nasal, more kind of traditionally metal voiced, versus the way it sounded huge against the Heavy Thunder. This actually has a really nice EQ quality to it. It's interesting. It doesn't seem like it's trying to be a version of any of these, but it's definitely a metal pedal. It really is. I'm going to put that over here in a stack of pedals that I like. All right. Behringer Ultra Metal. Very clearly trying to be a metal zone. Should we jump straight to the metal zone comparison? Visually, I dialed in the knobs as close as I could to the MT-2. It sounds different dialed in that way. It could be component variants, but the metal zone sounds better right off the bat. They're the same but different. There's something a little bit different about the gain character, about the EQ filtering on this. They're clearly doing the same style of thing. It's trying to be a metal zone. For kicks, we'll shoot it out against the HM-2 and the G4. I'm going to put it in the winners pile just because it does the thing. It does the metal zone thing. Here's one that I remember being surprised by. The Dan Electro Fab Metal. I'd always heard like, oh, the Fab pedals are such hot garbage. They're so terrible. And I remember kind of liking this one. now in hindsight, it does sound a little bit thin. It doesn't have that big EQ thing going on. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't judge it quite yet. I feel like I've got the metal zone dialed in really nice right now. I don't think the drive character of the Fab Metal is bad. I think it needs another tone control. It needs a low and a high tone control. Or maybe a master tone and like a mid control. I don't hate it, is the thing. I'm going to put it in middle ground. I'm ranking them now. I've got a line back here, and I'm ranking them as I go. All right. One of the newer ones, the iSet Heavy Metal. I don't know if we ever figured out what this graphic here says. Necro something. This one has a three-way toggle for a high boost, no boost, and then a low boost. We're on the high boost right now with the tone rolled back to give like a mid-scoop sound. I think the no boost is the most kind of like normal sounding setting, so we'll lean into that. Let's get the volume louder. It might share lineage. It might share pedigree with the HM-2. The gain is similar. The EQ is not similar. Okay. Now, it didn't sound the same with the knobs all the way up. I don't know. That's got a decent kind of EQ feel to it. It's got similar grit to the HM-2. Just more of it. It's got more grit. But the HM-2 has this really mid-focus sound going on, which is part of the reason why I like it a lot. But if you're looking for Swedish chainsaw sounds, or what you think in your head are Swedish chainsaw sounds, and you want that bright and brittle sort of thing, this might be the trick for you. That was funky. Maybe I should try it on the low boost setting. No, the EQ settings make it sound too nasal, in my opinion. I'm going to put that just left of the fab metal. Azure. Azure heavy metal. I don't remember if I liked this one or not.
We'll let the council decide.
That's really bright and abrasive. I mean, that's kind of what you want out of a metal pedal though, right? I probably have too many lows dialed in on the metal zone, but whatever. We'll try the extreme setting. We've been on the classic. Is it okay that I'm kind of liking the metal zone right now? It's just got so many lows that it sounds really nice in a room. It probably sounds awful in a band mix on those settings. Where am I going to put that? I feel like it's slightly worse than that I set. There's two left. We'll do the Dolomo first, and then we'll end with the Papaya. Actually sounds kind of nice. It's on the edge of not being metal flavored, but it has that kind of nasal, clangy, metallic sort of thing happening. metallic-ish. You know what I mean. I actually kind of like it against the HM-2. It's got a more modern EQ going on. It has a decent gain character to it. We figured out that these Dolomos are rebadged K-line circuits, so I'm curious to know what K-line circuit that is. This gets to be up in the winners group. I'm not totally sure where. Maybe we'll judge the winners group by baritone. Death by baritone is what we'll do at the end here. All right, and this one's a little bit of a surprise. The Papaya fuzz. You think it's going to be a big muff. It turns out it's a distortion, and it has a mid-scoop control on it. So it's a bit of a surprise pedal. One of the very first Affordaboard pedals that I covered. There it is. The EQ of that G4 is just massive. If you heard this isolated without being able to compare it, you'd be like, oh, it's kind of doing a Metal Zone thing with it scooped all the way, super high gain and bright like that. But side to side, it does not compare. It does not. This feels like it's sucking all the air out of the room. This is a lot flatter and drier sounding. So I'm going to put it in the middle of the middle pile. It's not a loser, but it's in the middle pile. The Heavy Thunder's the only one so far where I've been like, oh, I don't think so, guys. So let's review. Winner's circle. Middle pile. And the only one that I was like, no thanks. So let's make the winners fight it out in the baritone battle arena as they compete for the blessings of the council
of elder gods.
Bunch of red and black pedals. Big surprise, right guys? Ola, if you're watching, let me know. Down in the comments, which one chugs? Honestly, it's a little bit tricky to judge. I think I'm kind of in between the Kuvabe and the Ultra Metal as my preferred affordable metal pedal. The Dolomo sounded better on regular guitar. It kind of fell short on the baritone. So sorry, Dolomo, you're getting pushed to the middle pile. But I think there's something there. I think there's something to this. Something that surprised me is that there wasn't a lot of overlap of them sounding identical to each other. I was expecting a bunch of these metal pedals to basically be all the same thing, and I don't think they were. They had different sounds. They had different like EQ qualities. They had different gain qualities. So I'm kind of surprised in that direction. I think there were times when one of these pedals definitely fell short and sounded cheap. I think there were times, like with these two, even with this guy, where, you know what? If they were in a bigger enclosure with, you know, fancy art and a bigger price tag, I probably wouldn't, you know, sniff my nose at them. I'd be like, oh, those are just pedals, you know? They're just normal pedals. They're not affordable pedals. So there's something going on there. I think, you know, Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. This is all very subjective. You could be listening to this and be like, oh, they all just sound like trash. Or you could listen to them and be like, you know what? That heavy thunder is exactly what I need. That would fit in my rig. That would give me the sounds that I'm trying to get. That would work with my amp or my other effects or whatever. It's all very subjective. What do you guys think? What was your favorite? What was your least favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. Did I meddle? Did I meddle right enough? I know I don't sweet pick. I know I don't do the deedlies very well and stuff like that. I more chugga and all that sort of stuff. But I hope you got a good feel for what's going on with these. I hoped I helped inform some buying decisions. Maybe helped you stay clear of some mistakes. Maybe steer you in the right direction. I don't know. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me a rude and nasty comment. Support us on Patreon. You know the whole deal. Buy a shirt if you're naked. And stay grounded. Bye, everybody.